Hiya folks, and welcome back to another episode of Sight Unseen. Turns out you guys like that name, so I'm sticking with it. Today we have production line. As usual, the furthest I've gone is into the settings to play with audio, and that's as far as I've gone. So, what I do always have though is a blurb from the developer as they've contacted me, so that I can tell you a little bit about the game going forward before we dive in. And in this case, production line is by Positech Games. They have a little bit of pedigree. They also published Big Pharma on the 27th of August of 2015, which was a very awesome game. Big Pharma reminds me of Sim Hospital? Yeah, I think it's Sim Hospital or Dr. Mario or that sort of thing. No, it was definitely Sim Hospital. Right now, you can only get this on PC and only in English. But there are plans to bring that to other languages and other platforms. And then you will also get all the little links that I will provide in the description down below. One thing that Cliff of Positech Games wanted to point out to me was that there is this section down here, which if you are a part of Early Access, you can directly get involved with bringing your opinion to the developers in a constructive way. And in this case, it's voting on developer priorities during the alpha. So after you've had a bit of a play, you can submit whether you want more researchable car technologies. That might tell you a bit about what we're about to get into here. A better tutorial, slot conveyor logic options, more car body variants, bigger factories, and sound effects. So, let's dive straight in, shall we? Okay. We want a small factory, a medium factory, a tight budget, a giant factory, a mega factory. I guess we just... Is there a scroll bar here? No, this is what we've got. Let's go with a small factory. And I guess this is it. Welcome to your first day as factory manager. These pop-up windows will help explain the game, but only appear once. There's a reset tutorial button in the options screen if you want to see them again later. Yes, I did see that. As factory manager, your job is to design the factory and manage its finances so that you turn a profit and earn vital income for our beloved shareholders. If you run out of money, you will run out of your own job prospects. So keep an eye on your company cash balance at the top right of the screen. You have $1 million. Well, 1.3. Broadly speaking, your role is to place down new production slots and conveyors to manage production and manage research and pricing. You can also remove old slots, and you'll find yourself doing a lot of retooling of your factory layout as you research new methods of production. First, we'll explain how to view your factory. You can zoom the camera in and out using mouse wheel, page up or page down keys on your keyboard. There we go. I imagine each of these 4x4s is one slot. To move around the map, you can click and drag on the floor with your mouse. Can I? I'm not seeing that. We use the WASD or arrow keys. Or move your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen. That is not happening for me, but maybe... Ooh, have we run into our first issue? Dun dun dun. I cannot move. I have no response from the game other than zooming right now. I can control where I am in the factory by zooming in and out because it centers on your mouse. So that's one way I can get around right now. To get started in your factory, you need to place down a whole bunch of production slots in the right order and connect them with conveyor belts. Cars move along the production line until they reach an export slot, which places them in the showroom for sale. Okay. So is that where the tutorial ends? Main menu. Oh, now I can move. Alright. So it was just the tutorial. So I can move around like this, which is nice and smooth. I think I would like this to be a bit faster. This is the using WASD to move around. Also, My first criticism is that the music is a little heavy for such a game. I mean, I get it. It was cool in the main menu, but I think playing the game, it's probably a little intense. Options, save, research, slots. Oh, here we go. This window shows all the different options that you have for placing your production slots and other facilities within your factory. At the start of the game, not all slots will be available, as they may need to be researched. Hover over the name of the slot to see more information on how much it costs, how much power it produces, and how many employees come with it. Continue. The slot picker shows the slots in the order you need to place them. Slot picker. Slot picker. Oh, is this the slot picker? So you'd have to start here and go down. Slot picker shows the slots in order you need to place them, starting with the fit chassis. I'm not seeing that. And ending with export. It does end with export. Alright. The export slot has to be placed on the export socket. What's an export socket? The gaps between the slots have filled the conveyor belts. Is this an export socket or is this an export socket? It needs a little bit more communication, I feel. Chassis assembly. Fit body. Paint. These are all locked. Everything is locked. Why are you locked? So I can place that. I can resource importer. How do I rotate you? You will automatically rotate. Okay, so this is an import slot. Which makes me think that this is an export slot. Alright. Fit electronics. Well, I can't really fit electronics to anything right now. I don't know how to rotate the slot. Quality check. Resource importer, conveyor. Resource conveyor. Game has been auto-saved. Resource importer. I would like an idea of where to start, really. This research screen shows all the different technologies you will need to research and complete the world of car production. Research costs, research points, which are regularly generated by each research facility you have placed. You can only research one tech at a time, and you have to pay the researchers' wages even when they do not work, so you would always be working on something. Makes sense. Body specialization, chassis specialization, engine specialization, paint specialization, more robots, even more robots, robots galore, improved efficiency, factory expansion, administration, advanced production, power production, and research centers. Well, you know what? I'm going to get engine specialization. Do it! Not that I think I can actually do anything with that right now, because I don't have a research station as far as I know. Car showroom. This is a list of all the cars that have completed construction of but have not yet sold. Their prices will vary depending on what features each car has. Having an empty showroom suggests your car's too cheap, whereas having an overstocked showroom suggests you have lower prices. Okay? Car models. The individual car models your factory produces are shown here. Each model can have an enormous number of variations based on which features are included with the vehicle. And all these features are priced individually. Your sales people will automatically match prices to the current market price for each feature. So that's good. I like that I don't have to worry so much about the sales side of things and can focus more on the production line as the game titular mechanic. Although you may choose to overhaul them here to make cars sell faster or slower. Sedan or a compact. I can create new models or I can delete them. It's my showroom. Then I got stats. This shows various data about overall efficiency of your factory. In an ideal world, every car would always be currently busy having work done to it, and every production slot would have some constant throughput of cars. In practice, this is extremely difficult. Alright. Wow. It really does go into detail, huh? Right down to the aerial. Alright. Wow. And then your achievements. I don't think we really need to read about that one. We know what achievements are. Resource importer, resource conveyor. We are going to start with resource importer, I think. That's probably something you have to do. This is a chassis assembly. Resource importer, resource conveyor. So I guess I lay that out, right? Okay. And then I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. Chassis assembly. How do rotate? How do rotate? Is there a control screen somewhere? It does not appear to be. It's not Q and E. Let's just play with some... Oh, that's an interesting button. That's C. I don't know what that's showing me. Oh, here we go. R for rotate. Alright. Makes sense. No route to stockpile. No route to stockpile. Do I have something called a stockpile? Facilities? Research office? Research facility. You just built your first research department. Now we have researchers working for us. It's time to choose where they should concentrate their efforts. Okay, well, I've done that. You've got... Okay, supply stockpile. Here we go. Maybe I delete you. No. Maybe I delete... demolish you. There we go. And I make a supply stockpile under the resource conveyor, right? You just placed your first stockpile. This can be used as intermediaries between resource importers and your own manufacturing slots in the final destination. Think of them as configurable mini warehouses, ensuring that the production line never runs out of resource, triggering a gasp, a pause in production. Yes, indeed. So, maybe I can split the conveyor off this way. I don't seem to be able to... I'm pressing R to rotate the conveyor and it's not rotating. I'm not sure I'm doing that right. Conveyor. How you do? How you do? I press buttons. Press buttons. All the buttons. You're on play. Please be on pause. Oh, okay. But what if I only want to place one conveyor? Do I like... Oh, that still faces that direction. I don't know. I have to click. Okay. Don't seem to be able to click and drag. So... maybe I just drag two tiles out this way. Well, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Here's all stockpile. Put that back. And then... this definitely needs a better... tutorial, that's for sure, and this is now blocking the export. Oh no, there's one over there. That's fine, okay. But you're gonna get in the way, aren't you? So if we bring you out here, and then... ah, that's nice, okay. So we can bring you in here. Yeah. Then after a chassis assemble... do I have to, like, do multiple chassis assembles? I think I do. Right? Because it's got to do the axle. Because this is doing an axle. Requirements axle. Fit axles. You do not require this axle. I don't understand. Style scheduler, this is where you demonstrate, determine the production schedule for the slot. Each line in the car body, style and quality to produce. Once the schedule reaches the bottom, it will automatically loop around. You cannot have an empty schedule. Also note, only currently researched body styles will be shown. Alright, I'm confused. I think that's what I have come to figure out here, is that I am utterly confused about what I'm meant to be doing and in what order. However, Positech did give me a link to a getting started Steam guide, so I am going to take a look at that and then I will return. Okay, I'm back and I have a bit of a situation going on here. I found the guide, but the formatting is bad. The writing is over the top of some of the images. So, I have to take a look at this. Anyway, let's start again. New game. Right. Now, this guide starts by saying place a chassis assembly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick this like right here. Place the chassis assembly slot on the map at the factory floor and use R and middle mouse to rotate the slot. Next, add fit body and paint, fit engine, fit accessories, QA, and then finally place down an export slot. So I was meant to just follow it kind of like this. Right? Next, add fit body, paint, fit engine, fit accessories, quality assurance. We don't say fit electronics on the guide, so we'll just do a QA here. And then place down an export slot. This can only be placed on one of the pre-existing exports locations at the end of the factory. When this is done, you should have something that looks somewhat like this. Okay, they have separated theirs, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Or maybe it will. maybe it will. So we're actually going to get demolished. Because we might actually have to fit things between the gaps. So we're going to go here. Fit body, 1, 2, 3. Paint. Okay. Fit engine. And fit accessories. Yeah? Actually, you should be there. And then quality check here, and then export here. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't like the fact that I need this guide. I'd prefer to have all this in game. Once you've done this, you would have a complete production line looking something like this. Okay, that's where we got to. But wait, nothing is happening. Why? Because none of the components required to build the car are available yet. You need to import these by placing down a resource importer from the slot picker. Slot picker, just as with the export slots. These have to go somewhere on the edge of the map, has a socket. Right. So we'll put that there. Click next and drag an overhead resource conveyor to connect all of the slot stockpiles with import slots. Eventually you will have a layout something like this. Will I? I don't know which image it's referring to is the problem, you see. Because of the formatting issue. There's the import. Okay, alright. So this is a slot stockpile. And this is a slot stockpile. Okay, these are the stockpiles. So this is the way that it has to link up. Oh, it shows me. Alright, that's nice. So we'll go here, and then we'll go here. Boom. 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 And boom. Alright, so we got those linked up. And those are getting dropped into the stockpiles. Look at that! Look at that! We've got actual stuff happening. Isn't that amazing? Alright, I wasn't done with that weirdly formatted thing. This represents a complete but basic production line where resources will be brought into the factory. Cars will be built, checked, and then sold to the public. Well, you didn't actually talk about having to connect everything with conveyor belts. But I guess I'll do that myself, huh? Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Bam. Wham. Slam. Thank you, ma'am? Yeah, okay, that did automatically work. But I'm still not seeing anything on the conveyor. Or am I? You actually gonna get... Ooh, you might actually be built. Wow. Alright. You built a body. Now what? You gonna roll forward? Insufficient resources. Oh. Oh wow, look at my money. Started with 1.3, now we're down to just 3. And this is our resources, huh? Or our power. Insufficient resources. This is struggling. Okay, we've got a car backed up here. Okay, they do roll along the conveyor belts. How about that? That's nearly done. I'm going to move further down this tutorial and see what we get to. Researching a more effective production process to make your production line more efficient. So I actually didn't need to separate these at all, as it turns out. To make your production line more efficient, you need to break down those tasks into smaller and smaller tasks. For example, task to fit body on our current production line is far too big. You can see how much time it takes by clicking on the slot itself. Time 12 minutes and 52 seconds. Power demand, I guess that's not in-game time obviously. Its power demand is 825 and we have none. Okay, you can see how much time it takes by clicking on the slot itself. Yes, yes. And that will bring up the following dialog box. Try not to select the image. Okay. The data that concerns us is at the top. Yep. Shows although the production slot is described as fit body, it actually carries out a whole list of smaller subtasks. The top row of the progress bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Plus, it takes 31 minutes of game time to do this. No, it doesn't. It takes 12 minutes. If the tasks are split into more slots, car production flows much faster and the overall production time will be much shorter. How do we go about doing that? Return to the slot picker and expand the fit body option. Oh, you wanted me to look at fit body. Okay, it does take 31 minutes. Look at that. I can also see the resource chain. Look at that. That's cute. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of steps. They weren't kidding. Do we have a painted car yet? They're painting it green. Gross. Green cars are gross. I am not a fan of green cars. Anyway. back to the task at hand. Expand, a bunch more options, break down this task. Smaller ones, currently all these tasks. To research upgrades. Currently these are locked, we cannot employ them until we are fully researched. To research upgrades, at least one research office. Okay, we know about research office. Ah! Efficiency awareness. Thanks, bro. We'll close that for now. And our research team can just be shoved down here, I think. And we'll tell them to research something, according to this, maybe? To research upgrades, at least one of the research officers. Also employ scientific researchers to require. Place the research facility icon on the factory floor. Note the facilities can be placed anywhere. They don't have to be anywhere close to or connect to the production line. Once you have a research office, either click on it or use the icon at the top left of the screen to take you to the research and development section. Select body specialization. Oh dear, I have done a thing. The formatting on this guide is absolutely atrocious. Once you have the research, yep, they're not cheap. Eventually you will have to access to those unlocked new production slots from the slot picker. In this case we have 3 new slots. I do not, because it's not finished being done, apparently. How are we doing? 0. Maybe research will continue when I am out of the research window. Oh dear. Look how slowly that goes. Okay, I'm going to speed up time and I'll be back with you once this hits 100%. Alright, research is complete. So, let's choose the next one. I wanted engines. Let's do engines. We're paying these dudes to do stuff, so we may as well make sure they do it well. We're going to slow things down, and now apparently I can pause the line, and you can see these are now unlocked. So if I demolish you, our production line is going to get bigger apparently. Yeah, look at that. Fit body frame, fit roof, and fit doors. Doesn't fit. Well, we can remove paint. Fit doors, paint. That will fit if I remove you. Paint. There we go. Very good. And then we'll install the conveyors. We obviously have a problem here, which is that our resources aren't getting here. Can I just do this? I can. Okay. So now the production line should speed up because each individual slot here takes far less time. 20 minutes for the fit body frame, 4 minutes for the fit roof, so we're at 24, 6 minutes for the fit doors. That's 31. I'm not certain, but yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the same amount of time, game. Anyway, that is our 30 minutes. So, interestingly enough, we're going to have to leave it there. What do I think of production line? Well, I think it's promising, and I think it has potential. The problem is that in its state right now, it's extremely hard to just jump in and play. They really do need to work on the in-game information on how to get started, particularly because as it stands right now, it's actually quite awful. I'll be upfront about that. It's actually kind of awful right now. Which is unfortunate because there's a lot of potential here. So maybe have some more chill music for the standard gameplay. Have a better introduction to how things work, because this is quite over the top, if you ask me, with the way that it is complex, but there is no current in-game information that tells you how to get started. All it says is, and you could see I was confused, is that you do this in order and it will work, but it doesn't tell you what that means entirely. Someone could figure it out over time, obviously, and I'm sure I would have, but it's just a bit, I'm rambling at this point. I'm rambling trying to avoid completely panning this game, because I don't want to pan it, because I see a lot of potential here, and I think in a couple of versions time, especially if they start working on that tutorial business a lot more, we'll have something really fun and exciting here in terms of games like Factorio and Big Pharma and Sim Hospital and anything which is basically trying to get a production line of resources going in an economy-based game. So I look forward to what they achieve, but I probably wouldn't spend time playing it right now. I think I'll just keep watch on what's happening with production line. Anyway, I'll have all the information to production line. Maybe you guys want to take more, put in some more effort than I did to trying to get this to work out. Maybe from this video things will go a lot smoother for you. So hopefully you enjoy it. Go and give the authors of the game some encouragement. Get them on the right track. And I'll see you all later. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.